Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Boleh dengar dah sekarang? Okay, dah ada dah. Alright, thank you. Good morning everyone. Still morning because before 12 o'clock. Yeah. Boleh suara Miss clear? Ada tersekat-sekat ke ataupun double sound, double voice or something? Okay clear my voice. Clear, alright. Okay, let's start now. Let me drink a little bit of water. Crystal clear. Thank you, everybody. K5, Shafika. Okay, let's start now. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to chapter 2, differential equation. Ataupun kita panggil dia sebagai first order differential equation. First ODE. Tajuk penuh dia adalah first ODE. Let me write it down. First ODE ataupun first order differential equation. Okay, so you actually learn about differential equation and you will also be learning it in university nanti-nanti. Confirm punya differential equation is very famous in university because I still remember that I have a module called differential equation. There is a lot of equations that to be solved. So this is the basic information, the basic knowledge that all of us should have. Okay, so we have two types of solution. Okay, we have two types of solution. First one is the general solution. Second one is the particular solution. Okay, so the general solution bermaksud kalau soalan tu kata please find this in general term. Kalau dia yang kata in general term, bermaksud you tulislah y is equals to blah blah blah, which mean general bermaksud you tak ada constant A. You don't have the value of A, but you can put it as A. Okay, so that is called the general term ataupun the general solution. Alright, dia bermaksud huruf. Everything is perfectly fine, equation biasa, cumanya dia dalam bentuk unknown. Okay, while on the other hand here, particular solution bermaksud you must try your best to get the value of A. So ini contoh saja. So this is very an easy example. What is the meaning of particular solution? Kalau soalan tu minta particular, find the particular solution, bermaksud dia mesti ada bagi kamu condition. Contohnya y is equals to 2 and then x is equals to 1. Dia mesti akan bagi nilai x dan y ataupun in this case y and t according to the question itself. Okay, particular solution bermaksud dia akan memberi kamu conditions. Given conditions to you, dia mesti akan bagi conditions to you. So whenever soalan bagi conditions, remember you must always get your answer in particular solution. Itu faham sendiri dah. Kalau dia memang dah bagi conditions, faham sendiri yang kita memang kena cari particular solution. So fahamkan dulu terms ini. Fahamkan dulu terms general solutions dan juga particular solution. Very easy to understand, right? General means is having unknown. A is unknown, while particular means you must get the A. Okay, you must get the value of A. It's a must to get it. Let's go to the first subtopic. The First subtopic here is separable variable. Separable variable. Okay, so these are the types of questions that is given to you. Ni contoh je. Contoh-contoh soalan. Kadang-kadang function X darab function Y. Nanti kita akan pergi tengok separable solutions punya, separable variable punya soalan-soalan lah. So basically, yang ini adalah function X darab function Y. Kadang-kadang certain soalan, function X bahagi function Y. Kadang-kadang soalan lain pula, function Y bahagi function X. Ikut soalan. So, yang penting kita kena just make sure whether we can separate it. Separate it macam mana? Separate the variables. This is the first method, separable variable. Okay, di mana kita separate X dan Y. Macam mana nak separate the X and Y? Means kita make sure X by the side of dx and Y is by the side of dy. Okay, bermaksud actually dekat sini you faham ni unsur darab, ni unsur bahagi, ni operasi bahagi. So hanya pada unsur operasi darab bahagi sahaja yang membolehkan dia separable. Yang membolehkan kita separate X on the left, Y on the right. Ataupun Y on the left, X on the right. Do you get what I mean? Maksudnya, tak semua soalan boleh separate. Hanya soalan yang berbentuk darab, bahagi sahaja yang membolehkan kita separate it. Okay? And we will go to the soalan. Nanti saya akan tunjukkan macam mana nak pandai beza soalan yang boleh separate dan soalan yang tak boleh separate. And it's quite easy. Just faham operasi ni, faham operasi darab, faham operasi bahagi. You will have no problem at all in separate it. That is the first thing lah. Everyone should get grip of it. Okay? Okay, first step dah settle. Second step, kita akan integrate both sides independently. And then third step, kita akan write the solution sama ada in general ataupun particular form. Just sama ada general term ataupun particular term. Okay, yang tadi tu. Let's go. I'll just go overview sahaja, okay? Nanti kita akan come back to the steps. Don't worry. So now here goes the second subtopic, 2.2, first order linear differential equation. Okay? So dekat sini kita pensyarah-pensyarah metrik, okay, telah membuat sesuatu steps untuk memudahkan semua pelajar-pelajar metrik untuk menghafal step untuk subtopik kedua ni, iaitu first order linear differential equation. Okay, memang nama dia macam panjang, okay? Nama dia nampak macam very difficult. But it's not that hard actually. Sekejap Nama sahaja nampak complicated, but it's not that hard. It is actually showing to us that we are trying to use the second method, iaitu integrating factor. We are trying to apply the second method, iaitu integrating factor. Integrating factor tu apa, Miss? So I'll go step by step, and we call this step as SIMPI. Can you see this word? Alamak, kena zoom out lagi. Can you see this word, SIMPI? Nanti saya highlight kan. So SIMPI. So I'll go through one by one. SIMPI, 5 step sahaja untuk non-separable. Oh yeah, talking about non-separable, saya patut buat slash non-separable. So this is, in other words lah, 2.2 ni, sebenarnya kita sedang mencari soalan yang non-separable. 2.1 is separable, right? 2.1. 2.1 is the separable, then 2.2 is the non-separable. So instead of calling this a long wording kat sini, tapi you still have to know it, that this is a first order linear differential equation. So you must understand that 2.2 is just non-separable variable. So the steps for the non-separable, we call it SIMP. I think you should write it down. SIMP. Very easy. Very, very easy to remember it. Because it's easy to remember. Simpi, very easy to remember, and every step of the way you mesti akan tulis S, huruf I, huruf M. You biasakan tulis dahulu sampailah dah lama-lama dah pakar, dah pro, barulah you tak perlu tulis lagi. Okay, so Simpi is a very, very good steps. 5 steps to be followed. So the first step is S. S is referring to simplify. The word simplify. Okay, kenapa nak simplify? Kenapa nak simplify the equation? Because certain soalan dia bukan start daripada coefficient 1. Certain soalan dia bagi coefficient 2 ataupun coefficient X. Okay, sometimes it is not single dy dx. Okay, you have to make sure untuk simpi punya method ni, first step mesti coefficient 1. I think you should all highlight it. Sebab semua orang kadang-kadang tak sedar. Kita semualah actually tak sedar bahawa kita perlu simplify dahulu to get a single dy dx. Itu adalah step yang pertama untuk non-separable. And then we have to understand, kita kena plus, equation ada plus. Sometimes it's minus. I mean certain soalan dia minus, tapi you have to understand. Nanti kita buat soalan, kamu nampak kot. Susah nak terangkan daripada teori di sini. Okay. So just make sure that this is the general term untuk semua soalan non-separable. Okay, di mana dia perlu, kamu pandai asingkan dia, pandai susunkan dia. Make sure y dia di belakang, and then you find the function px, letak di depan. Senang nampak. Bagi you sendiri, buatkan diri you sendiri senang nampak equation tersebut. Okay, put the y behind and then the function px in front. And then qx, this is another function at the back, and equal it. Okay, so this is the general lah, the general term yang you kena faham untuk non-separable. Okay, bentuk dia. So if you realize the non-separable, dia ada tambah. Dia ada unsur tambah tau. So kalau tambah, macam mana nak separate, betul tak? Separate hanya untuk darab dan bahagi sahaja. Saya bagi tips dekat situ. If you faham apa saya cakap ni, you faham lah. Kalau you belum faham, ada benda kena improve lagi. Okay. So second step here is the integrating factor. I, inilah huruf I, integrating factor. Integrating factor bermaksud huruf V ni. Kita akan sentiasa let V. You tak payah tanyalah kenapa V. We just follow it first because it use it. Okay, kenapa P? We just use it, we just let it. Okay, and we always name the integrating factor ataupun IF. Okay, as huruf V, tak kisah huruf kecil, huruf besar, doesn't matter. Okay, as long as you know that huruf V ni mesti exponent to the power of integrate PX. Kenapa Miss emphasizekan PX tadi? Sebab kat sini. That's why dalam tadi Miss berulang kali kata you perlu separatekan, bukan separatekan, you perlu susun, rearrange it until you get PX, until you get a function kan yang sebelahnya Y ni, and you just gonna pick it and letak dalam integral ni. So senang nampak. Kalau you susun dari awal untuk first step tu, you akan terus nampak, oh aku hanya perlu letak sahaja ke dalam integral. It's not that hard. So you gotta susun dululah. Susun dulu cantik-cantik, bagi nampak clear, barulah you masukkan ke dalam IF, integrating factor. And then third step is the multiply, the VX, multiply the integrating factor with each term. M ni bermaksud multiply lah. Multiply with each term. With each term in the equation bermaksud you akan perlu memakai balik equation ini dan darabkan dengan, if you look at here, sama je actually. Both of these are the same. Apa yang membezakan dia hanyalah kita darab Vx pada setiap term. That's it. Very easy. We have only 3 terms here. So kita darab 3 kali, kita darab untuk setiap term. You faham kan maksud saya? So we just taking from the original. No, not the original. Make sure after you simplify, ambil yang dari simplified punya. Okay? And then next step is product rule. Product rule ni datang daripada sini. Ni sama je. These are just the same thing. Okay, ni sama je, okay? It's the same thing. Apa yang specialnya product rule? Mana datang product rule ni, Miss? It's here. It's having DDX. Kita sekarang ni tengah buat product rule yang terbalik. Reverse process lah. Product rule yang reverse. Reverse process of product rule. Maksudnya dari sini pergi ke sana. Maksud saya dari ni kita differentiatekan dia. Nanti kita akan dapat atas ni. Tapi sekarang ni biasa kan kita buat macam tu. Biasanya mesti kita akan find the u, find the v, right? And then vu prime plus uv prime. That's the product rule yang biasa kita buat. Tapi in this case kita akan buat reverse process daripada jawapan pergi ke soalan. Macam mana? Just perlu hafal sahajalah. Nasihat saya, hafal sahaja bentuk ddx. Tulis je. Hafal sahaja bentuk ddx. Hafal bentuk ni. Okay, hafal bentuk ni maksudnya just write it down. Just write it down ddx and then letak y. Confirm, setiap soalan mesti sama je. Okay, letak je y, letak je if, integrating factor. And then equal it to at the back here. Kanan tetap sama. Right hand side kekal. Okay. Yang ini je sebenarnya this one. This is your this is your vu prime plus uv prime. Nanti saya akan tunjuklah dalam soalan. Okay, both this is actually the reverse process of product rule. Kalau kamu betul-betul sedarlah the reverse process lah. Okay, yang belah kanan ni sama sahaja, kekal. Okay, tak nak pening-pening hafal. Letaklah ddx. Sentiasa sama sahaja. The last step is I, integrate both side. So integrate both side dengan harapan kita nak cancel the differentiation with the integration. Sebab itulah integrate both side. And then tinggallah dalam ni saja. Dah tinggallah integrate belah kanan sahaja. I know it's quite a little bit hard to see, but it's okay. We'll go through that later with questions. Okay. So now ini adalah application untuk 2.3. Application untuk SIMPI, non-separable, dan juga application untuk separable, but mostly are separable. Okay, case pertama kita ada population. Case kedua kita ada radioactive decay. Case ketiga kita ada Newton's law of cooling, dan case keempat kita ada electric circuit. So dalam silibus kita hanya ada 4 cases. There are only 4 cases that you have to follow. That's it. Only 4. It's not that hard. And amongst of these 4, only 3 of them are separable. Dan mana satukah yang bukan separable? Can I ask you now? Boleh semua orang respon saya. Antara 4 ni, 3 adalah separable. Dan yang mana satukah yang bukan separable? Which one is the non-separable? Case 1 ke, case 2 ke, case 3 ke, case 4? I ask you guys because you have learned this in the video of our ChemL videos. That's why I ask you. I just want you to know, I just want to make sure whether you know it, that do you know it? Just nak tahu saja, adakah kamu alert di mana ada 3 sahaja yang separable dan 1 sahaja yang non-separable. You don't know? Kalau tak tahu, cakap tak tahu. Tak tahu, Miss. Just say it. Are you here with me, everybody? Kenapa tak ada? Kenapa tak respon, Miss? Ke line tak bagus ya? Oh, you tak tahu. Seorang je tak tahu, yang lain tahu tak? Seorang je? Tak tahu. Oh my god. Okay. So it's my job to tell you then. Okay, case yang pertama adalah population. Okay, case yang pertama, population. Look at the case population. Okay, first of all, kita kena let dululah. Bila kita dah let, ini adalah yang paling penting sekali. This is the most important about. It's okay, tak tahu tak apa semua orang. Don't worry, I'll teach you guys. Okay. So, untuk population, memang akan sentiasa bentuknya macam ni. You have to remember, application ni semuanya melibatkan with respect to T. If you realize what I did here, many of it will always have T. T bermaksud time. So dalam application, kita akan bermain dengan time. Kita akan banyak bermain dengan masa. Okay, take note about that. We will always play with time. Therefore, you will see a lot of DT. Okay. Ataupun kita panggil dia sebagai rate. Do you remember in chapter 10, SEM 1, kita bermain dengan rate of change. Do you remember rate of change? So rate of change is also playing with time. So same as this application, lebih kurang sama. Cumanya tak sama konsep lah dengan SEM lepas. Kali ni konsep baru, iaitu kita akan bermain dengan separable. So actually this is separable. This is separable variable. Okay. Kenapa yang ini separable variable? Because sebab dia unsur darab. And so you boleh bawa dia pindah. Okay, you boleh jadikan 1 over P dP equal it to K. Pada asalnya dia tak ada pun integration ni. Pada asalnya macam ni. So this is how you separate it. You separate it by bring the P to the left. So P ke kiri, it's like cross multiply lah, you guys. Cross multiply, you will bring the P down, so 1 over P. dP kekal. But K here on the right hand side kekal, dt you cross multiply, dia naik atas. So that is how you separate it. Kita panggil dia separable variable. After that, second step barulah integrate. Okay, I think we should go to the exercises untuk 2.1 dan 2.2 kot. Baru saya boleh masuk 2.3. I'm so sorry guys, I didn't realize that you are not really good in 2.3 yet. Okay, belum lagi. So we have to go to the separable variable punya example dululah sebelum saya pergi kepada 2.3 application. Okay, it's hard to explain kalau kamu tak faham lagi yang ini. So better we go to the exercises untuk separable variable. Okay, kat sini dia dah sebut soalan nombor 2 ni, it's talking about separable variable. So let's do one question. Saya minta maaf, saya hanya nak buat satu soalan sahaja and I need you to vote now. Can you vote here? Boleh tak? Just comment at the chat there whether you want me to discuss which one. Satu sahaja daripada A, B, C, D, E. Daripada 5 ni, saya perlukan kamu pilih satu sahaja. So I'll see what's your the majority of you nak soalan yang mana lah. So I need all of you to choose which one. Just choose any. Saya akan ajar dulu separable variable dengan sangat clear lah. That's the first thing that we must do first. Okay? So tell me, everybody, tell me soalan A, B, C, D or E. Jangan segan. Come on guys, quickly. I need a response here. So all of you need kamu semua nak saya buat E. Okay, so the majority is E. Okay, the majority is E, so let's go for E. Okay, untuk soalan E, bagi saya tulis soalan dulu boleh? Okay, ni soalan E. So, the things, soalan-soalan separable variable, kamu akan sentiasa nampak soalan-soalan ni dia berbentuk darab. Do you realize that? Ini berbentuk darab. Ini pun darab. Do you realize that, oh, this is cubic, darab linear. See? You must always faham bentuk soalan. Dia unsur darab. Dia operasi darab. Apa ni? Cubic darab linear. Yang ini pula linear darab trigo. Okay. Dia darab. And this one sama juga linear darab trigo. Yang ini cubic darab exponent. So unsur darab boleh cross multiply. Okay. And here goes linear darab quadratic. Still darab. Everything here is darab. So kalau darab boleh separate. Okay. Kalau darab boleh separate. Nak separate macam mana, Miss? Sorry. Nak separate pastikan ni pun darab juga. This is, walaupun Miss everything here is dy dx. Everything is dy dx, dy dt, Miss. Tapi ini pelik sikit. Ini kenapa ada eksponen di depannya. Jangan takut kalau dia ada eksponen. Yang penting dia unsur darab. Dia tak ada unsur plus or minus in between the two functions. Yang penting tak ada unsur plus or minus. Okay. Dia unsur linear darab quadratic. Sebab tu kena faham apa itu linear, apa itu quadratic, apa itu cubic. Daripada awal SEM lagi saya cakap. Yang you perlu pandai analyze questions. Pandai baca soalan. Okay, that's good enough for the first step. So, what you have to do is bring the dy, usually dy on the left lah. Bring everything y, apa benda yang in terms of y, semua ke kiri. So you bring the everything is in terms of y di belah kiri, manakala x di belah kanan. So dx di belah kanan, yang ini bawa turun. Jangan takut, bawa aja turun. Okay, just cross multiply macam biasa. And then x, x berada di atas, so kekalkan dia. Okay, bukan sebab dia berada di atas, sebab dia memang dah di belah kanan. So just make sure x is on the right hand side. That's all. So x darab dx lah. Okay, x dx, and then disebabkan ini pun x, so bring it down. Just cross multiply macam biasa. Make sure the left hand side is everything is in terms of y, while on the right hand side is everything is in terms of x. Very simple. Hanya unsur darab sahaja yang membolehkan kita cross multiply. Okay, hanya unsur darab ataupun bahagi sahaja yang boleh buat separable, yang hanya boleh buat 2.1 punya method. Okay, after that, see, jadikan x by the side of dx, y by the side of y dy, and then the next step is integrate both side. So dekat situlah baru kita buat integrate besar-besar ni, integrate both side. Okay. So cara nak buatnya adalah, sebelum tu saya akan buat permudahkan dia. Bukan permudah. I bring this up. Okay, just like that. Macam ni je lah. So, dia dah jadi positif disebabkan I bring it up. So, it's going to be positive. So, when I see these things, I ask myself, ada tiga cara lah. There are 3 methods to solve this. No, not 3 methods. There are 3 methods to think of. First is substitution method. Second is by part. Third is partial fraction. So soalan-soalan untuk chapter 2, you mesti pakar, you mesti pro dalam chapter 1. Kalau chapter 1 you tak bagus, you cannot go to chapter 2. Okay? So a lot of basic knowledge mesti dikuasai dari awal lagi. Sebab itulah saya sangat emphasizekan untuk student-student saya, be good in the first knowledge. Okay? The first basic knowledge mesti power. Okay? So kalau kamu bagus chapter 1, you understand what I'm saying right now. I'm trying to tell you antara tiga method ni mana yang paling tepat. So you have to think from above to below. First of all, think of substitution method. Oh, boleh tak aku pakai substitution method? I think I can, because I know that a formula saying about f prime darabkan dengan eksponen f dx. Yeah, if I'm familiar with this formula, I know I can apply substitution method. Memang saya boleh apply substitution method. So kalau dah tahu pandai apply substitution method, tak perlu lagi pakai by part dan partial fraction. So that is how you think in choosing which method, which technique to use. You start with substitution dahulu. Kalau substitution method tak boleh, tak ngam, barulah fikir by part. Kalau by part dengan substitution pun tak ngam, barulah fikir partial fraction. So that is how you think. Pandai baca soalan, macam mana bentuk ni, aku nampak ke tidak F, aku nampak ke tidak F prime dalam soalan integral. Kalau kau nampak, aku boleh terus pakai substitution method. Tak payah pening-pening. Okay? So let's go on to substitution method. No. Saya buat left hand side dulu. So yang ini jawapannya adalah y plus 2 negative 1 darab 1. Kenapa darab 1? Because differentiate y is 1. Equal it to, dekat sini saya sebenarnya nampak substitution method. Macam mana saya nampak? Saya boleh create. I am the one who created. I create the number 2. Tapi tidak adil kalau saya create 2 sahaja. Tidak adil. Macam mana nak bagi adil? Saya letak 1/2 di luarnya. Okay? Barulah adil. Kenapa adil? Sebab if you cut it, you will get it back. You will get the question back. Jadi, kenapa kita perlu adil? Sebab ini bermaksud equal. Dalam matematik, this means equal. Equal sign mesti adil. Right? So kalau nak in order to adil, you create it. Yeah, exactly. You create the f prime. Actually, you just create the number 2 lah. You understand me already, right? Okay, you just create the number 2 already. But you must remember to create another number to make it even. Okay, sebab dengan nombor yang even sahaja, dengan berlaku adil sahaja baru dapat yang atas ni. Macam mana nak berlaku adil? Just put 1 over that number. Then you will be very fair already. Okay. So now you are trying to use substitution method. Actually, this is substitution formula lah. So you are trying to use the substitution method ataupun substitution formula. In this case, saya tak let you lah. Saya malas nak buat panjang-panjang. So saya guna formula je. Okay, like this kind of create lah. I create. I use the formula. I create it. And so I can simplify now. So nombor 1/2 ni kekal. Jangan kacau dia. Yang you perlu faham adalah belakang ni. Belakang ni formula. This is a formula. So use the formula and you will get exponent x squared plus c. That's it. That's how you do it. So this is what we call as the general solution. Okay, types of solution ada 2. So this is what we call as the general solution. Kalau soalan dia minta just general sahaja, tak apa. Tapi sekarang ni soalan minta particular solution. So particular solution mesti apply the conditions. So when x is 0, y is 0. This is the condition given to you. So you put given. So it's a given to you. You put when x is equal to 0, ikut soalan. When y equal to 0. And then all your job is just to put it in the 0 plus 2. So you nak cari the value of c lah kan? So this is negative 1/2. Negative 1. Yeah, your C is negative 1. Dan barulah yang terakhir sekali you buat conclusion. A very big conclusion saying that you have managed to find the value of C. You dah berjaya jumpa the value of C, which is -1. Therefore, you done here. Your answer is just this one. This is your answer. You have managed to get your answer and you will get full mark. Okay, this is what we call as particular solution. Particular solution, kita pakai conditions yang diberikan. Pakai conditions yang diberi buat kamu dalam soalan. Kalau dia tak cakap particular pun, you sendiri faham. Conditions diberi, maksud pakailah. Pakailah dan cari particular solution. Your value of C mesti ada nilai. Itu maksud particular solution. And it's not that hard. Miss, sometimes Miss perlu ke jadikan Y ni sebagai subjek? Kalau macam ni Miss buat ni dah, ini bukan Y sebagai subjek. Ini memang 1/Y. Boleh ke Miss tulis jawapan dalam bentuk begini? Boleh, tak ada masalah. Okay. Sometimes it's very difficult untuk jadikan Y sebagai subjek, lagi-lagi reciprocal ni. Okay, it's not that easy to you rearrange it until you will get single Y. It's not that easy. So kalau yang susah-susah macam ni, tak payah bersusah payah untuk buat Y juga. Okay, hanya yang senang-senang sahaja. Yang senang-senang contohnya macam 1/Y, contohnya macam XY ke apa kan. Yang itu senang lah. So this one, some questions dia tak perlu pun jadikan single Y. Dia boleh letak dalam bentuk yang kompleks ni macam ni. Okay, you don't worry about it because soalan chapter 2 ni dia ada pelbagai jawapan sedikit. I'll show you later another example. Okay, so you can leave your answers in terms of macam ni. You boleh tinggalkan jawapan you dalam bentuk complex Y. Okay, not complex Y. It's just a little bit weird. Okay, so jangan risau, tak semestinya jawapan akhir kita dalam single Y. That's my point here. You all okay? You all boleh follow so far separable? So make sure you faham ya, macam mana bentuk general dan juga macam mana bentuk particular solutions. Boleh faham? Boleh follow? One thing that I want to remind you that you boleh guna dua cara. Okay, you understand that substitution method sama ada pakai formula ataupun let you. You boleh buat dua-dua cara. You nak buat cara panjang, you tulislah let you. Kalau you nak buat cara pendek, you buatlah guna formula sahaja. That's my point. Okay, faham ke tidak konsep substitution method ni? Faham ke tidak? Kalau faham, put thumbs up banyak-banyak. Okay, boleh faham ke that substitution method ada dua jenis. Satu let you dan satu lagi pakai formula. Yang saya buat dekat sini adalah pakai formula. Okay, you boleh buat bentuk let you. So substitution method ada dua form lah boleh guna. Sama ada formula ataupun cara panjang let you. You boleh nampak ya beza dia. This is the basic ya, chapter 1. I hope you can relate it. They are just the same thing. Answer still the same. Answer mesti jawapan sama punya. Nak guna formula boleh, nak guna let you pun boleh. Okay, good. Boleh faham ya? Very good. So now we go to the next example. So now separable. Okay, kita baca soalan. Dia kata separable method. Find the general solution of the DE, of the differential equation DE. Ini yang kita panggil sebagai differential equation. Hence determine the particular solution pula. Okay. Hence determine the particular solution. So here goes. Saya nampak je soalan ni, saya terus tahu that this is separable. This is separable variable 2.1. Terus fahamlah, terus ingat dari sekarang, hafal dari sekarang, apa bentuk separable 2.1. Apa bentuk non-separable 2.2. Okay? So 2.1, it's a separable variable. How do I know it? Because kita ada unsur bahagi. Kita ada operasi bahagi. This is unsur lah. Saya sebut unsur sebab senang nak bagi faham. Yang kita boleh separatekan dia dengan menggunakan cross multiply. So you cross multiply, you will bring y down. So you will get 1 over y. Okay, dy. So you bring all of the y to the left and you bring all of the x to the right. So you cross multiply, you akan nampak 1 over this dx. Okay, dah pandai separate. After dah separate, y on the left, x on the right, the next step is integrate. Integrate, gunalah color lain, color merah ke, color hijau ke, menunjukkan kamu faham. The second step is integrate. Integrate both side. Bila dah buat banyak kali, terus hafal punya, jangan risau. Okay, so you integrate it, you will get ln y, ln modulus y. Okay, and then equal it to 1 over half, 1 over 2 bring outside. Belakang ni boleh integrate macam biasa. And then plus C. Plus C sentiasa satu kali je. Miss tak perlu ke buat banyak kali? Plus C kiri, plus C kanan. Tak payah. Buat je belah kanan plus C. Okay. Okay, now you bring the 1 over 2 up by using the law. The law of logarithm, bring the 1 over 2 becoming the power instead. Sebab apa saya nak jadikan dia the power instead? Because I want to get rid of the ln, and so I must exponent both side. Okay, I must exponent both side. Bila saya dah exponent both side, saya tahu I can get rid of the ln, and saya ditinggalkan. Saya akan dapat y is equals to this. Okay, you can change the modulus into bracket. Okay, sebab dia power, so we need the bracket lah. Okay, inside will always be positive, don't worry. Okay, and then darabkan dengan exponent C. Miss, how do you get this? How do I get this? Is coming from this, chapter 1, semester 1. Okay, chapter 1. Chapter 1 is indices. Whenever you have something, this is power already. Remember, bila you exponent both sides, here is power already. This thing is power already. So in order to change, this form, you must put a dot here, means times, and then you separate the power lah. Okay, you are applying it, and therefore I got dot times exponent C. Saya asingkan dia dengan memakai indices, rule of indices. Okay, I use this. I use the rule of indices from here. From here, the power there. You faham kan? You boleh nampak kan that this has becoming the power. Bila saya exponent both side, we are trying to exponent both side to get rid of the ln. So when I already exponent both side, here has becoming the power instead. Bila dah jadi power, of course lah kita akan dapat EC. Okay, sebab kita apply the rules of indices. So I got here. Okay, kamu tengok belah kiri dulu ya. Alternatif ni jangan tengok dulu. Saya tengah explain general solution untuk yang pertama ni lah. Okay, so this is my first general solution. Okay, so my general solution, saya boleh tinggalkan takat ni, boleh. Some of pemeriksa, dia terima juga kalau kita tinggalkan kat sini. Tapi tak apalah, kalau boleh, selagi boleh dapatkan Y, try to get Y. Okay, selagi mampu, selagi pandai. No, selagi boleh lah, selagi mudah untuk mendapatkan Y as a subject, you have to try it. Okay, no matter what. Kalau yang complicated tu baru tak payah buat. Okay. So in this case, pakailah condition dia. Masukkan value 5 dan 2 ke dalam general solution to get the value of C. And so you get the value of C which is 0. So put it in, masukkan semula. jawapan 0 ini, C is 0, masukkan dia, and you will get that this exponent e to the power of 0 is just 1. Therefore, your answer is just this thing. Alternatively, saya jadikan ini pula sebagai, kalau tengok dalam buku tutorial kamu, ini adalah jawapan general solution. Allahu Akbar. Sorry. You akan sedar dalam buku tutorial, jawapan general solution adalah yang ini. Miss, memang ada banyak bentuk general solution ke? Yes, memang banyak sangat bentuk general solution. Up to you guys. And pemeriksa boleh terima banyak takat mana yang dia mahu terima lah. So it's very difficult here. Semester 2 ni kita akan banyak beberapa pilihan jawapan dalam maths. So both of these are accepted. Okay, are accepted. Sama ada you nak tinggalkan exponent macam ni, and then you put plus C, okay. You tinggalkan je, boleh, tak ada masalah. Okay. You boleh buat dalam bentuk ini ataupun bentuk ini, acceptable, because at the end you will still get the value of C itu 0. And then you masukkan C itu 0 ke dalam general solution kamu. And then you will still get the same answer anyway. You will still get the same legit answer. Isn't it? Nah, so dua-dua ni memberi kamu jawapan yang sama sahaja. Your particular solution will just be the same. It is just, maybe I should write it down. This is particular solution. PS. Okay, particular solution will always be the same. Yang kurang sama adalah GS. Your general solution will be a little bit different. Cara penulisan sahaja yang berbeza. Tapi mereka sebenarnya sama. They are just the same thing. It's just that the way you write it. Okay, that's all. So it's easy here. Okay, just remember your general solution might not be quite the same with your friends. But at the end of it, they are just the same thing. Boleh faham ya? Let's go on to the next example. Nampak je bahagi. Apa ni? This is separable variable. Separable. Separable variable 2.1. Sebab dia apa? Sebab dia bahagi. So kalau bahagi, senang untuk cross multiply. Very easy. Just cross multiply, get the y on the left. Cross multiply, get the x on the right. After that, you put integral both side. You put integrate both side. Simple kan? Senang je. Chapter 2 ni memang senang. Sebab dia berkait dengan chapter 1. Okay? And so you integrate it, you will get this and this. And then you will get this. Miss, jadikan macam ni je sebagai general solution kita. Ya, boleh. General solution kita boleh dalam bentuk y yang pelbagai. Yang penting, you know, you tak kisahlah kadang-kadang y cube, kadang-kadang 1 over y plus 2 lah. You know, it's quite difficult lah nak kata mana yang paling betul. Sebab semua betul. Alright? Sebab semua betul. So just please understand that your general solution memang boleh dalam bentuk macam-macam. Kadang-kadang you juga boleh tulis y is equals to cube root x to the power 4 plus c. Boleh je kalau nak buat yang lagi satu ni. Tak ada masalah. Both are accepted. Kalau nak berhenti takat sini pun boleh juga. And then masukkan conditions. This is your conditions. This is given to you. And then you put it in until you get the value of C. Lepas tu masukkanlah C kamu. This is your C. This is the value of C, and we managed to get the value of C, which is 8. And then put it in the conclusion. So the conclusion is this. Okay, ataupun yang ini. Dua-dua diterima. Dua-dua solutions diterima oleh pemeriksa. Up to the questions. I mean, kalau objective questions, pilihlah mana yang paling tepat. Okay. So, I believe you already understand very clearly tentang separable. Put the thumbs up. Thumbs up yang emoji, boleh ke semua orang? Kalau you betul-betul faham, you letaklah thumbs up yang banyak-banyak macam ni, emoji. Boleh ke? If you really understand separable now. Okay, separable kena pandai tengok dari soalan, senang cerita. Okay, soalan yang macam mana? Soalan yang ada unsur bahagi ataupun unsur darab. Barulah boleh buat cross multiply. Okay, separable hanya untuk yang boleh cross multiply sahaja. Can you show a thumbs up? Or are you busy writing it up? Intan saja yang faham ke? Thank you so much, Intan and Eva. Yeah, I hope the rest of you are understand also. Min faham lah juga apa Mi saja. Thank you, Marnie. That's very sweet of you. Evelyn, thank you. Okay, let's go to the next thing, which is question 9. Okay, dekat sini kita ada tada, we have a plus here. Kalau nampak operasi tambah, when you see operasi tambah, you terus ataupun tolak lah kan. Operasi tambah tolak lah, senang cerita. You terus faham that this is non-separable. Non-separable is 2.2. Okay, non-separable is 2.2 bermaksud kena make sure kita dapat bentuk ini. Di mana simpi steps perlu diaplikasikan. Okay, simpi step. S means simplify. Simplify yang macam mana? Simplify yang make sure, okay, ni saya salin soalan. Okay, saya mula daripada simpi Saya mula daripada huruf sim, S-I-M, S. S bermaksud simplify. Simplify bermaksud perlu make sure depan dy dx mesti coefficient 1. Okay, we have to make sure that we have to make sure sekejap. We have to make sure that this is single dy dx. Single lah macam mana? Coefficient 1 lah. So in this case, macam mana nak jadikan dy dx mata-mata? We have to do what? We have to divide. Kita dividekan each term. Divide each term where here only have 3 terms. Okay, divide each term with ex. Exponent x. Bahagikan setiap satu ini exponent x and you will get this. Right? Yang ini cancel lah, hilang lah sebab bahagi. Bahagikan ex juga. Bahagi ex. And so yang ni saya dapatlah bawa dia naik atas, saya dapatlah negative x. Okay? So it means that I already simplify it. I already managed to simplify. Okay? So now just make sure, ingat pesan Miss, S, step yang pertama, make sure you must always remember, simpi mesti ada single dy dx. Okay, single. Dia tak ada apa-apa di depannya. Hanyalah nombor 1 sahaja di depannya. Okay, dia tak boleh ada apa-apa di sini. How to do it? Just make sure you divide. Okay, divide it with itself. Barulah cancel out. Second step is integrating factor. Integrating factor, mestilah huruf V, just put it down. And then and then you must only look at the simplified punya. Saya tadi kan hampir nak tertengok pada original punya tau. This is original. Okay, after you dah simplified, you boleh lupakan dah kot. Okay, sebab yang kita perlu sentiasa tengok, lupakan. Okay, lupakan yang original dah. Yang kita perlu sentiasa tengok adalah yang simplified sahaja. Focus at the simplified. And focus at the, where is your P now? Okay, your P now, in this case, your P is your 2, number 2. This is your P. Oh, this is your PX. Sebab PX darab Y. Okay. Untuk integrating factor, you must understand that we are trying to integrate PX. So your PX is this, number 2. So you integrate 2. Bila you integrate 2, you will get 2x. Tak perlu letak plus C di atas, no need. Dia memang nak macam ni sahaja. Tak payah tanya saya kenapa. Memang follow sahaja. Alright, just follow it. Because we only need this. We only need this. Kita dah dapat IF kita. And then kita akan darabkan setiap IF ni. Kita akan menggunakan IF kita, integrating factor ni, untuk didarabkan pada setiap term. Setiap term yang mana? Setiap term yang berada di simplified tadi. As I said, lupakan original, lupakan. Lupakan original equation, but always refer the simplified one. Okay, sebab yang ini yang hanya perlu kamu pakai. Okay, so darabkan integrating factor kamu dengan simplified version ni. And you will get this. Okay, clear ya? Boleh faham ya? And then dekat sini salin balik. Saya memang buat kotak ni, tapi jangan faham, jangan keliru. Nanti saya terangkan kenapa saya buat kotak. So saya just salin balik. What I did here, I just copy back. Kenapa saya copy back? Because I just want to solve this one. Okay, I solved it and I will get X. I will get EX lah. Okay, selesaikan di belah kanan, I will get the answer. Small answer. And then sebab itulah salin balik lah kan. Bawa aja turun, saya memang salin balik. And here is where you will see M saya tak terangkan M tu maksudnya multiply. M tu maksudnya multiply each term. You understand that already sebab saya dah terangkan tadi. Multiply. M bermaksud multiply. Dan P bermaksud product rule. Product rule yang macam mana? Product rule maksudnya yang ini wajib ditulis. Okay, maybe I should use warna hitam lah. Hitam yang ini, tulisan yang ini wajib ditulis. Wajib ditulis. Okay, wajib ditulis sebab dia product rule. Okay, dia product rule. Senang cerita, kamu hafal sahaja. You hafal setiap kali dah bahagian product rule, you hafal mesti letak DDX. Mesti letak. Wajib ditulis DDX. Okay, and then put a big bracket and then put your Y. Your Y untuk setiap soalan confirm mesti ada Y. Confirm punya mesti akan ada huruf Y. Because the Y is actually coming from the original equation. And the general term. Okay, this is the general term. So Y is important lah. So in this case, Y is always there. So now saya highlightkan dia. Sebelum saya highlight, saya tukarkan di warna hitam. Okay, yang saya buat warna hitam ni bermaksud dia memang wajib ditulis. Dia memang sentiasa ada dekat situ. Untuk semua jenis soalan simpi. Untuk semua jenis soalan non-separable. Memang akan ada sama sahaja untuk yang part ni lah. Untuk product rule ni, wajib ditulis DDX and then put big bracket and then put your VX. Your integrating factor tadi yang warna hijau ni, your IF, integrating factor, mesti akan ada punya dalam ni. Mesti punya. Okay, you tak percaya? You tak percaya, jom kita buat product rule. Kita buat proses balik Kita buat proses product rule balik. Dari sini ke sini. Okay, this is your V and this is your U. Let's say lah. Okay, jom kita tengok. Dapat ke tidak VU prime. So here is your V. Yeah, this is my V. Here is your U prime. U prime, differentiate it. You will get dy dx. Plus. U, is this your U? Okay, U is my Y lah. And then my V prime. My V prime here is actually E2x times 2. Sebab tu lah ada 2 di depan ni. Dah disusun lah sebenarnya. So actually, this is a reverse process. Janganlah letak arrow sini. Mengelirukan. So this is actually, kalau you nak double check betul ke tidak, this is how you do it. Inilah kenapa saya letak kotak tadi. My reason of doing the kotak is trying to show you that this is the product rule yang memang betul product rule dihasilkan, yang telah dihasilkan pun. Cumanya kita tak payahlah pening-pening setiap kali soalan ni nak kena check, tak payah check. Sebab kita dah yakin dia memang akan ada product rule dekat situ. Memang akan jawapan product rule. Up to you guys lah, you nak double check boleh. Tapi bila dah kita buat banyak soalan, kita tak perlu check lagi dah. We don't have to check anymore because we believe that we will always get the answer in product rule punya formula. Okay, so what you have to do untuk bahagian P ni, sentiasa letak DDX, sentiasa letak Y, dan sentiasalah letak dia punya VX ni. And then, letaklah yang ni kanan bawa turun. Simple, right? Do you get what I mean, guys? Do you understand what I'm trying to show you guys? Part ni sahajalah yang mungkin kena ambil masa sikit untuk hadam. But so far, can you understand what I'm trying to say here? I really need some respon dekat sini. Saya sangat memerlukan yang inilah, respon yang ini. So far, faham ke tidak the reverse process of product rule? Do you understand it? Okay, you faham ya, Eva? Thank you, Eva. How about the others? Do you understand that this is what we call as the reverse process of product rule? Okay, boleh faham ya? Alright. Just make sure you tak you boleh sentiasa double check. Tak nak check pun tak apa. Just please understand lah. Ini je saya nak harapkan. Please understand that we must always sentiasa tulis untuk bahagian P. Untuk bahagian P, simpi yang P ni, make sure you always write down dx, put a big bracket, and then you must write down your y. Y sentiasa ada. Dan V ni according to soalan masing-masing lah. Okay? And then on the right hand side, bring it down. That's all. So this is what the meaning of the reverse process of product rule. Okay? And then the last step here is I. I means integrate. I means integrate both side. Integrate both side. Kenapa nak integrate both side? Sebab pada asalnya dia tak ada. Pada asalnya ni tak ada pun. Pada asalnya yang ni kan. This is the beginning. The beginning said daripada product rule ni, we only got here, right? We only got this thing, right? Okay. So kenapa kita nak integrate? Logik dia, kenapa kita nak integrate? Sebab kita nak cancelkan derivative dengan integration. Bila integration bertemu dengan differentiation, dia macam neutral balik tau. Dia neutral balik, dia tinggal dalam ni je. See? Dia macam differentiation bertemu dengan integration, disappeared. It disappeared and only left with this part. Dalam tu saja yang tinggal. Yang bawah ni, yang ni tak adalah bawa turun. Yang ini pun sama. Integrate both side. Dia tak boleh integrate belah kiri je. Dia mesti integrate both side. Integrate both side and you will get here. Both side, okay? And belah kanan sentiasa ada plus C lah. Usually dekat bahagian X sahaja yang ada plus C. Okay? So dekat sini saya bagi dua cara. Saya bagi dua cara nak jawab. Sama ada boleh masukkan condition ke dalam general solution yang ini ataupun yang ini. Dua-dua diterima dalam exam. Dua-dua diterima sepatutnya. Tapi kalau lebih sometimes nampak ini lagi cantik. Buat ikut yang kamu rasa sesuai lah bagi kamu. Both of these are just good enough. Yang penting at the end of the solution, particular solution mesti sama punya. Okay? This is general solution. Well, this is particular solution. So the particular solution confirm lah sama punya. You tak payah takut. Tak kisah your general equation ni mungkin lain dengan kawan kamu. It doesn't matter anyway. Because at the end of it, particular solution mesti sama juga. So kena pandai tengok lah. Kena pandai hati-hati baca equation. Setiap step tu sangat meticulous. Sangat particular. Faham tak? You kena, in maths ni memang kena ada karakter yang you ni macam pembersih, you ni macam pengemas. Faham tak? Yang macam ada attitude yang macam tu. Kalau you ada attitude yang particular, you memang boleh bawa maths ni lah, because you see that it's very clearly first step ni apa, second step ni apa. You really appreciate it. You really love every step of it. Daripada situ kalau kita sayang dan kita suka step-step ni, barulah kita boleh bawa maths ni actually. Bukan maths lah, maybe other subjects is also the same, betul tak? So please have a character. Wujudkan karakter yang suka pada setiap step ini. Okay, barulah you boleh bawa maths. Alright. So here goes. I really hope that you understand already lah how to use SIMPI. So this is the simple steps. SIMPI. Yang memang saya dari sekarang memang tulis SIMPI. Saya tulis dalam exam bertulis, saya memang write it down SIMPI. Sebab kalau saya tak tulis, I cannot see the steps clearly, Kronologi tu saya tak nampak. Jadi better to write it down, and it's not wrong at all. Tak salah pun untuk tulis SIMPI. Tulis. Okay, just to make sure you got it right. Okay? Daripada terhuyung-hayang fikir ni, fikir tu. Tak payah fikir. Just follow the steps and you will be fine. Okay. Let's go to another part of SIMPI. So here goes my SIMPI. See? I still write it down, my SIMPI. Kenapa soalan ni Miss tahu SIMPI? Jangan cepat-cepat sangat. Jangan cepat judge. Selalu kan kita akan macam cepat judgy pula. Sometimes we are a little bit judgmental lah towards people, of course, right? In maths also, we cannot judge the questions. We cannot judge the differential equation too quickly. Macam tu lah. We cannot judge any questions too quickly. Terus nampak ni, ni separable ni. Terus nampak sekali dah tahu. Dah macam assume lah kan. You judge yang ni non-separable ni. So you cannot be too quick in being so judgmental. No, not a good attitude. Betul tak? So don't be that kind of attitude. Be a much more open-minded person. Be patient. Jadilah seorang yang lebih sabar. Observe dulu soalan. Tengok pelan-pelan. And then you will see that, we got plus here. We got plus here. Operasi tambah ataupun operasi tolak. Okay, and you will see that this is actually non-separable. Tak boleh diseparatekan. Miss, apa yang dimaksudkan non-separable ni? This is 2.2. Non-separable bermaksud, you try lah guys. You try, you boleh tak separatekan? You bawa lah kiri, you bawa lah kanan. You asingkan X, you asingkan Y. You cuba sampai dapat. Boleh tak separate? Kalau dia tak boleh, maksudnya dia memang non-separable lah. Macam tu je. It's not that difficult. Okay? Okay, sebab tu saya kata tadi, separable hanya untuk operasi darab bahagi. Bila operasi darab bahagi, kita boleh cross multiply. Alright, itu baru dipanggil separable. Tapi kalau ini ada plus, macam mana nak separate? Sebab ni huruf Y. Bila you bawa pindah, you akan dapat X sin X minus Y. How can you nak separatekan dua term ni, nak jadikan dia sebelah kiri, sebelah kanan je X. Sebab kan ada darab kat sini. Susah kan? You cannot separate it because operasi tambah tolak ni mengacau. Okay, so kalau tak boleh, jangan pening-pening, terus buat non-separable, iaitu simpi. So simpi mesti make sure depan ni mestilah one coefficient of one only. So you will divide each term by X. Divide setiap term dengan X. You will get X over X. X over X is 1. Y over X. Tapi Y over X saya asingkan 1 over X in front. Saya asingkan dia. Saya asingkan dari awal lagi. Kenapa? Kenapa Miss nak susah payah asingkan? Sebab saya tahu depan ni adalah PX saya. Mengikut general term untuk simpi, untuk non-separable, kena make sure aku pandai cari PX. Aku pandai cari PX. Sebab dia akan berguna pada step kedua. Okay, dia akan berguna pada step kedua. Yang ini kamu faham ya? Bahagi X, cancel. Dia akan berguna pada step kedua. Tinggal letak sahaja your PX ke dalam integral. Okay, you must write it down. Tak boleh tinggal satu pun information yang saya tulis kat sini. Okay, tak mesti tulis. Dalam exam, jangan laju-laju nak cepat-cepat cari jawapan. No, it's not that. And in maths, it's not about finding the answer. I told you so many times already, we are not trying to get the answer, you know, you kira 1, 2, 3. No, kalau you pandai congak pun, you tak pandai derive. You are not good enough to be called as mathematician. Faham tak? As clear as meticulous as that. Okay? Sebab dia kena pandai derive dan kena pandai let. So you are trying to show that this is your integrating factor. Jadi kena tulis. Kena rajin menulis. Okay? So this is your integrating factor. Yang ini pula mesti letak eksponen. Eksponen sentiasa ada. Jangan sesuka hati ikut perasaan sendiri nak buat matematik. Tak. Matematik has a lot of rules and formula to be followed. Okay, so just follow it. So eksponen mesti ada. Integrate PX. Integrate your PX mengikut formula simpi. Mengikut step simpi yang telah diberikan. Integrate the PX. Sebab tu saya asingkan PX dari awal lagi. Okay. So 1 over X dekat atas, integrate it and I will see ln X. Okay, integrate 1 over X is ln X. After that, I know that eksponen bertemu ln, akan hilanglah ln. Tinggallah X. So this X is very, very important. This X is very important. I mean, because this is our IF. This is our integrating factor di mana dia perlu pada step multiply. Pada step multiply ini, kita akan darabkan kita akan darabkan our integrating factor dengan setiap term. Term yang mana? Darabkan setiap, didarabkan dengan setiap term yang mana? Darabkan dengan yang simplified version. This is what we call a simplified version punya, ya. Okay, versi yang dah simplified, bukan yang original. I told you many times already. Okay, I'm being very kind here to repeat again that you must darabkan dengan yang simplified sahaja. Yang original lupakan. Okay, darabkan dengan yang simplified punya setiap term ni, darabkan. And then you cut it. Tinggallah yang ini belah kiri. Yang kanan bawa turun. Okay. And then yang kotak ni lah yang saya maksudkan our product rule, our product answer. Okay. So basically saya kena jadikan ni warna hitam menunjukkan kamu faham bahawa warna hitam ni sentiasa kena ada. Okay. Our product rule punya step, P step mesti ada DDX, mesti ada huruf Y. Dan mesti ada VX kita, mesti ada our integrating factor. Ikut soalan. Our integrating factor is X. So use it. Use only integrating according to your integrating factor sahaja. Okay, ikut soalan lah. Lain soalan, lain IF dia. So, ikut soalan. Bawah masih bawa turun, kanan masih bawa turun. And then kita nak buat step seterusnya, step yang terakhir, integrate both side. We integrate both side, we letak, you must write it down. Dalam exam kena tunjuk. Integrate dx, integral dx. Mesti tunjuk, tak boleh tak tunjuk. Okay? And then you know that this will be cancelled out. Tinggallah dalam ni sahaja, which is X times Y. Yang ini you faham, ini adalah bipart. Kenapa bipart? Sebab satu linear, satu lagi trigo. Okay. Boleh ke buat substitution ni? Mana nampak? Tak nampak pun ada F, tak nampak pun ada F prime. Tak nampak. Kalau tak nampak, pergilah teknik yang seterusnya, iaitu bipart. Okay. So bipart, dah pandai buat bipart, selesaikanlah sendiri, okay? Dalam kotak ni wajib tunjuk ya. Dalam exam memang kena tunjuk. So tolonglah jangan malas dan tulis. Setiap steps tu sangat penting untuk dapatkan markah. Okay? Jadi buatlah bipart. Dah settle, masukkanlah conditions dia. This is given to you. So after it's given to you, masukkan your X, masukkan your Y. I know in this question, it said to you that this is Y. Macam ni kan? Dalam soalan dia bagi macam ni kan? Tapi you faham ya, you must understand that dalam ni sebenarnya your X. Okay? Your Y is actually the number 1. Okay? Alright, your X is actually the pi. Sebab ni sebenarnya YX. Sometimes we just write it down Y. Sometimes we also write it down as YX. So Y equals to YX are just the same thing. Literally the same thing anyway. Okay. So dah dapat nilai C, masukkan C kita. And then this is our answer. Tapi kita kalau boleh jadikan Y sebagai subjek. Kalau dia simple, just make sure you try your best. Ni apa ni? Delete. Sorry. Just make sure you try your best to make Y as a subject. Kalau dia simple, you know. Kalau dia simple dan senang, why not? Just write it down. Just write it down your Y subject. Kalau dia senang untuk ditulis lah. Just write it down and you have no problem at all to get the answer. Okay, so again, ilmu chapter 2 sebenarnya datang daripada ilmu chapter 1. So you cannot avoid to be good in chapter 1. You mesti bagus. Semua student saya, 93 orang, wajib bagus dalam chapter 1. Saya kata, I repeat ya, wajib. It's a compulsory to be good in chapter 1. If you are not good in chapter 1, okay, you can if you are not good in chapter 1, you will see me during face to face nanti, which is after CNY. Okay, you must see me. You will see me a lot. So if you don't want to see me a lot during face to face nanti, tolonglah dalam masa cuti CNY ni, perbaguskan konsep integration. Perbaiki lagi apa? Improvekan diri sendiri, ilmu chapter 1 itu. Kalau kamu bagus chapter 1, you don't have to see me. Okay, so I also don't want to see you in person so much. Okay, so please be good in chapter 1, barulah you boleh buat chapter 2. Sebab apa? Sebab chapter 3 pun akan ada integration nanti. So you nak drag ke? You nak drag sampai hujung SEM, baru you pandai chapter 1. Saya tak nak, saya tak suka student saya macam tu. Okay, please, I'm also working hard for you. So you must, in return, please give me your best to be good in chapter 1, so that you will be good also in chapter 2. And you will also be good in chapter 3. Ingat ya pesan saya, ingatkan kawan-kawan juga. Sentiasa ingatkan sesama kita. Okay, so now we can go to the applications. So kita ada lagi setengah jam. Bagi saya minum kejap. Kamu boleh tengok dulu nombor 10 ni. Okay, saya nak minum sekejap. Okay, what happened? Kamu tak nampak skrin saya ke? Oh God, what happened? Okay. Okay, shall we go on to application. So nombor 13 adalah soalan applications. 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17, all of them are applications. So I have actually prepared for you. Sekarang dah nampak dah, River? River, can you see now? Can you see it now? So now I will teach you guys about the application. So instead of explaining the theory je, baiklah kita pergi ke example terus, okay? Kita pergi terus ke example. So saya akan terangkan 3 soalan sahajalah. I actually prepared 5 questions, but I only explained to you guys about the three of it, okay? I only explained to you about the three of it only lah. So I will begin from nombor 17. Saya akan mula dengan nombor 17. Sebab nombor 17 simple. Simple untuk diajar. Okay? So nombor 17 kat sini, let's read the question first. So we have, according to the Newton's law of cooling. Okay, Newton's law of cooling, the rate of change. Okay, nampak je perkataan rate of change, bermaksud dia adalah d dt. I repeat, I I've mentioned to you guys that application dia banyak melibatkan rate. Rate banyak melibatkan time. Okay. So we will always see a lot of DT. Means you will see that this chapter is playing with time a lot. Okay. So now dia tengah cakap pasal temperature. Temperature of an object highlighted. Yang dia kata proportional to the difference ni perkataan ni, difference in temperature between the object and the surrounding temperature. Okay, sebab tu kalau kamu tengok teori ni dulu, case ketiga, Newton's law of cooling. Okay, first of all kita kena let dululah. Let huruf apa pun. Nak huruf T pun boleh, T merujukkan temperature. Nak letkan theta also can. Tak kisah, let ni boleh huruf apa pun. Okay, so yang penting kamu faham. Oh, dekat sini saya nak tukar sikit. Okay, saya nak tukar sedikit. Can it be... Or maybe I shouldn't have to change it. Nak tukar ke? Ke tak payah tukar? Tak perlulah. Okay, boleh je. Actually dia boleh huruf apa pun. So, apa yang perlu kamu faham adalah actually this thing is coming from integrate. Actually it's coming from the rate of change of the temperature. Okay, temperature. This is the temperature. Theta ni maksud temperature. Ikut huruf. Kadang-kadang soalan dia bagi huruf T. T besar. Gunalah huruf T besar. Ikut soalan. So let's say if I use theta. So rate of change of the temperature is proportional. In physics, this is the symbol. Okay, it's proportional to the difference. The difference bermaksud perbezaan di antara temperature of an object dengan temperature of the surrounding. In this case, A ni bermaksudnya temperature surrounding, room temperature. Room temperature usually 24 degree ataupun 26 degree Celsius. Okay, so just understand that A means surrounding temperature. Hanya untuk case ketiga, iaitu Newton's law of cooling. Okay, Newton's law of cooling, dia melibatkan ada temperature surrounding, and surrounding temperature ataupun room temperature akan sentiasa diberi dalam soalan. Jangan risau, memang akan diberi dan kita tinggal letak sahaja. Now, kenapa dia tolak, Miss? Dia tolak sebab you see this word cooling. Cooling bermaksud daripada panas ke sejuk. Okay. So daripada panas ke sejuk tu bermaksud the temperature is decreasing, isn't it? So sebab itulah ada negative di depannya. Something's that decreasing, you know, the temperature is decreasing, and so dia akan ada negative sign. Okay. So this thing I suggest you hafal. I suggest that you hafal the rate of change of the temperature of an object. Remember, the theta means, ataupun in this case, okay, teruslah kita buat. Tengok ni, dia kata the temperature of an object. Sentiasa sama sahaja sebab kita nak menyejukkan sesuatu. Apakah sesuatu itu? Of course lah, it's a thing ataupun an object. Okay, anything yang boleh mengurangkan sesuatu kepanasan, sesuatu temperature. So it's according to an object. Okay, so the temperature of an object, dia yang suruh kita pakai huruf T. Kalau dia yang suruh kita pakai huruf T, kita kena ikut sebab dia yang minta pakai huruf T. So now I let T besar. Let T besar bersamaan dengan the temperature of an object at time T. Kena tulis T. Sebab apa-apa pun memang akan ada time. Okay. Sometimes you boleh tulis T sahaja. Okay. Tapi kena faham sebenarnya lagi detail, lagi bagus. Sebenarnya cara penulisan yang terbaik adalah T besar bersama T kecil di dalamnya merujukkan kepada this T small t is referring at a time T. That's all. Okay. But some question nampak tak dia tulis T. Express T in terms of T small t. Soalan ni yang kata express T besar in terms of T kecil. So at the end of it, you memang boleh letak T je. Boleh. So basically, what I'm trying to say here is T is equals to TT. They are just literally equivalent. Okay, memang sama sahaja ya. Jangan nanti ada yang tanya Miss, dua-dua ni sama ke? Yeah, they are actually the same thing. You don't have to be afraid of it because they are just the same thing. Okay, cara tulis je yang dia beza. Cara penulisan je yang berbeza. Oh God. Okay, cara penulisan sahaja yang berbeza, so you don't have to be afraid of it. Okay, so benda ni clear ya. Okay, now, this is the first step. Maybe I should write it down. First step, you must let. Okay. Let. Biasakan pandai baca soalan dan biasakan pandai let. Pandai keluarkan information yang penting. So, dia sangat baik. Soalan ni dia dah bagi information penting. The temperature of an object at time T. Dia dah bagi. Tapi ada certain soalan dia tak bagi. So, you kena pandai-pandai tulis. Okay. So now, okay, second step, mesti pandai ini. Pandai tulis ini. Pandai tulis dia punya rate of change. The rate of change of the temperature is equal to the difference of the temperature of an object and the temperature of the surrounding. M dekat sini, dia yang kata, M, mana M? Dia yang kata, M is the surrounding temperature. You read the questions carefully. Dia yang kata, huruf M ini adalah the temperature of the surrounding. Okay? The surrounding temperature is M. Jadi pakailah M, jangan pakai A. A ni teori je. A ni dekat formula sahaja. Alright, so now you just use the M sebab dia yang kata suruh pakai M. Okay, so yang penting kamu faham that this second step is important. Second step is VVIP. Okay, second step is very very important sebab dia perlu ada rate of change dan dia perlu ada negative sign, perlu ada huruf K, perlu ada bracket. And dalam ni the difference between the temperature of object, okay, T, huruf T besar, tolakkan dengan surrounding temperature. You faham benda ni, you hafal, you memang akan okay application. Sebab setiap soalan sama sahaja. Setiap soalan akan ada bentuk ni juga. Cumanya huruf dia je yang akan a little bit berbeza. So you don't be afraid of it. You just try to understand the real concept first. Okay? Try your best to understand this is the basic concept that I must grab first. Okay? So dekat sini pada asalnya kamu akan sedar yang ini adalah separable. Oh, yeah, miss. This is a separable variable 2.1. So, you akan sentiasa faham untuk Newton's law of cooling memang pakai separable method. Dia boleh diseparatekan. So, you separate it, cross multiply, bring the T to the T, a big T with the big T, small T with the small T. Usually K ni constant. Dia yang kata K is a constant. So K is a constant, negative K kekal. And then dt berada di kanan, small letter t berada di kanan, big letter T berada di kiri. Okay, M is just a constant as well, a temperature that we have yet to know it. Okay, we haven't know it. Kita akan tahu nanti. Kita perlu cari the general term only. Okay, so now what we have to do, after dah separate kan, kita buat integrate both side. After dah integrate, dapatlah ln, dapatlah negative kt plus c, and then exponent both side. When you exponent both side, you akan dapat dalam ni saja, t minus m. Equal it with this thing, okay, everything has becoming the power, and then you have to change it into, you have to apply the rules of indices, and you will see that, you change the EC kepada huruf A. So what you are trying to do here is you are changing the E to the power of C into huruf A. Memang macam tu. Setiap soalan application sahaja ya, memang kita akan sentiasa tukar eksponen C kepada huruf A. Yang ini wajib. Wajib dibuat. Okay, remember ya, this is only for 2.3 only. Okay, and the rest of it, minus M jadilah plus M. Settle, dapatlah jawab soalan A. Soalan A bermaksud express T besar dalam bentuk T kecil, in terms of small t. Therefore, T besar is in terms in small t finish. So that is your first answer. That is your first answer, expression. This is what you call as general solution lah, senang cerita. So dalam general solution ni, kamu tak ada particular solution. Of course lah, particular solution kena ada syarat-syaratnya. Dan syarat-syaratnya inilah yang saya buat, warna merah ni. Warna merah ni adalah syarat-syarat yang perlu dikeluarkan sendiri. Okay, the conditions need to extract out by yourself daripada ayat yang panjang-panjang tu. Kena pandai baca sendiri. Okay, kena pandai baca. Miss, macam mana nak pandai baca? First of all, tengok ni. A bowl of soap is removed from an oven. Kali ni dia bagi sangat contoh yang sangat clear tau. A bowl of soap is removed from an oven with temperature of 60 degree. So this is the initial lah. Dia baru keluarkan. Dia yang kata is removed, maksudnya dia baru keluarkan. So bila dia baru keluarkan, maksudnya dia at the time T0. Okay, at the time T0, ni saya letak ni. Sentiasa macam tu. Setiap soalan, condition, kita memang akan sentiasa cari initial dia. Ini yang kita panggil sebagai initial. Initial sentiasa bukan temperature, time. Small t is time. Time is 0. Okay, tak kisahlah 0 minute ke, 0 second ke. Tak payah tulis unit tu, tak payah, nanti pening. Just understand that pada masa yang initial, the initial time is T0. Okay, the temperature is 60 degree. Ini cara tulis dia. Cara nak tulis adalah when the time is at initial, the initial yang soup tu baru keluar adalah time 0. Okay, baru nak keluarkan soup. So time 0. The temperature of the soup is 60 degrees Celsius. So tulis macam tu. So what is the temperature after 5 minutes? So what is the temperature after 5 minutes? So tulis macam ni. T is equals to 5. 5 means 5 minutes. What is the temperature after 5 minutes? Of course, the temperature will be dropping, right? Bawa dia keluar, lama-lama mestilah dia makin sejuk. Takkanlah makin panas pula. So, the temperature, you will expect that the temperature is decreasing. Okay, now dia juga beri pada kita, constant kita diberi dah tahu. Dia yang dah bagi, jadi tinggal pakai sahaja. It's given to us. Apa lagi yang diberi pada kita? Keluarkan. Apa yang diberi adalah assuming that the temperature of the surrounding is 26.9. So keluarkan apa information yang diberi pada kamu. Extract out. Extract the info out. Bila dah keluarkan info, barulah boleh jawab soalan. Nak jawab macam mana? Jawablah mengikut apa yang diberi pada kamu. Okay, diberi pada kamu is bukan diberi pada kamu. This is your general solution, right? So you have to use your general solution. Step ketiga. Step ketiga adalah conditions. Step ketiga adalah extract information, macam mana saya cakap tadi. Extract info, extract the conditions out. Okay, and then step keempat, extract the information, and then nak tulis kan step keempat? Saya macam dilema sikit. Step keempat, okay lah. Step keempat, masukkan condition ke dalam general solution. Step keempat, tulis masukkan conditions ke dalam general solution. That's how you do it. You know, your general solution is very important, and because you will use it. Sebab tu general solution ni kena betul. Kalau salah, habis semua salah. So you will use the general solution, and you will use the first condition. You will use these two. Okay, step ni mesti sama untuk semua soalan. You jangan takut. Okay, so you tinggal masukkan nombor time T0. This is the initial. Sentiasa akan start dengan T0. Masukkan T0, masukkan time dia, masukkan temperature dia, 60 degree. Yeah, you will use the first condition tau. Ni saya highlight warna pink ni, maksudnya dia penting lah. Maksudnya dia sangat penting untuk digunakan. Okay, sangat penting untuk digunakan dan masukkan ke dalam general solution. Put it into your general solution, okay, and then put it in your surrounding temperature. Okay, put it in. After that, you will get the value of A. Okay, so untuk first initial time, having an initial time, okay, will give you, it always gonna give you value of A. You tak percaya, you buatlah banyak kali. You buatlah banyak-banyak kali soalan application, you akan sedar bahawa the initial time will always give you the value of A. Okay, having T is equals to 0 and having its temperature 60 degree akan bagi kamu value of A. Semua soalan Newton's law of cooling memang macam ni. You don't have to be afraid. Okay, so after you get the value of A, you masukkan semula ke dalam your GS. Masukkan everything yang dah ada ke dalam general solution. So now you already have your A and you also know your M, surrounding temperature. So now you dah ada everything. Your general solution has becoming more clearer. Okay, more clearer. Okay, your GS is very clear and you are very happy. Okay, tapi kena baca soalan. Dia minta when the time is 5 minutes, what is the temperature of the soup? The temperature of the soup, this is the temperature of the soup. This is the equation. This is the latest equation of the temperature of the soup. Bayangkan, dia tengah pasal soup je pun. So we do a lot of maths in there. Okay, so it's very interesting. You know, you use maths to find the temperature of the soup. Okay, you sampai you create the equation by yourself. Of course lah, kena pakai Newton's law of cooling punya method. And then you tinggal masukkan, what do? You tinggal masukkan your time T 5 minit ke dalam equation, ke dalam general solution yang telah yang telah dicari ni dengan sangat detail. Okay. masukkan nilai T, masukkan nilai T, masukkan time kamu 5 minit, masukkan you punya K is given to you, given already. Kalau dia dah bagi, pakai je, jangan susah payah nak cari. Pakai je K ni. And then everything here is numbers. Tinggal nak type dalam calculator. Type it in the calculator. Type it in into your calculator and you will get the answer. As simple as that. Okay, senang kan? It's very easy, right? So you get the temperature. So this is the temperature at time 5. At time 5 minutes. So this is exactly how you write it in a very, very understandable way. I mean, maksudnya kamu faham lah. Miss, do we need to write the conclusion? You don't have to actually. Tapi kalau you nak tulis conclusion yang panjang, boleh. Tulis je lah. The temperature of the soup. The temperature of the soup at 5 minutes later is 54 degree Celsius. Daripada 60 Celsius is becoming 55 Celsius. 54 Celsius. You boleh buat. Ikut pada ayat you masing-masing. Okay, tapi bagi saya dah cukup dah cari jawapan. Okay, so as long as you understand how to use the Newton's law of cooling, you have no problem in jawab soalan yang lain-lain pula. Sebab konsep dia tetap sama. Okay, I repeat, concept is still the same. Just gotta understand clearly my 4 steps here, okay? There are only 4 steps here. Okay, let's go on to the next example. The size of the population. Ni paling senang lah. Okay, the size of population. Saya kena cepat I'm sorry because I don't have enough time. Okay, now first of all, step yang pertama, sama je. Kamu akan perasan semua soalan sama step. Step yang pertama, let it, please let it. Let what? Let the, apa-apalah, namakan dia. Namakan dia the size of the population at time T. Sebab tu ada T kecil dekat situ. Sometimes you can write P, this thing, you can also write P. Tak ada masalah because P is also means PT. They are just the same thing. Same thing, okay? Jangan takut. Sama je. Kadang-kadang ada kawan tulis P, ada kawan tulis PT. They are just the same thing because small t is referring at time T. That's all. Okay? So untuk population punya case, dah kena make sure you buat rate of change of this. I think it's given to you already in this question. Oh, dia yang bagi. See? Dia yang bagi. Dia dah bagi, tinggal pakai je. Ada soalan bagi, ada soalan tak bagi. Okay? So in this case, you see here, DPT. Banyaknya huruf nak tulis. So daripada nak sometimes you pening banyak huruf. You tak payahlah tulis T tu lagi dah. You tulis DP je. Okay, it's not wrong. It's just the same thing. Both of this, just the same thing. Sama je. Jangan nak pening-pening. They are just the same thing as I said. Okay. So now, you must understand that this is the rate of change of the population. Sebab itulah dP dt is equals to the K. This is the K, the constants. And then times with the population. This is the differential equation yang diberi pada kamu, tinggal pakai. Kalau dia tak bagi K, jangan takut, tulis je huruf K dan tulis je huruf P. Okay, dia sentiasa macam tu. Sentiasa sama sahaja. It's according to whatever huruf yang you pakai lah. Okay, and then you know that we can do separable. Okay, this is also separable. 2.1. Okay, population case yang pertama pun menggunakan separable method. Separable method. Separable method you pandai, you buat, you separate it until you got GS. GS bermaksud general solution. You dah berjaya dapat general solution. you mesti ada condition, confirm punya. Soalan application mesti akan ada mesti akan bagi kamu condition. So step kedua ke ketiga ni? Oh ni step kedua. Step kedua mesti equation ni lah. Step kedua differential equation. Let me write down ya. Step kedua adalah differential equation. Step ketiga extract info. Extract info bermaksud extract the condition. Okay, extract the condition bermaksud cari time yang zero. Sentiasa sama je. Okay, the time zero, read the question. With an initial condition, ni lagi senang. Initial condition is T lah. T equal to 0 di mana our population is 1,500 people. So this is the first condition, how you write them. Tulis dengan sangat jelas lah. If you write it down very nicely, you will have no problem. Okay. And then determine the size of the population after 10 years. After 10 tahun, berapa banyak population dia? So you put time is equals to T, time is equals to 10 years. And then what's the population? And then what do? Step keempat, pakai semula. As I said, the extract. Step seterusnya pakai semula the GS, use the GS and put the initial condition in. Put it in. Put it T is equals to 0 and the population is 1,500 and so you will get your answer A. See, you will get the value of A. After you got the value of A, jadikan conclusion yang baru, jadikan GS yang baru, general solution yang baru. Okay, jadikan general solution yang baru, or should I call this particular solution? I think this is already particular solution lah. Dah panggil sebagai particular solution kot. Okay, dah panggil sebab yelah dah perfect. Okay, and so dia suruh cari at time PT. At time population di mana dia 10 years. So masukkanlah 10 years ke dalam huruf T. Ke dalam huruf T pada general solution ni. Masukkan je dan dapatlah jawapan population kita meningkat. Population kita meningkat setelah 10 tahun. Sedikit sahaja dia meningkat sebanyak 1,577. Settle. Easy, isn't it? Senang. Dah settle population. Now, let's go to the radioactive decay. Last one from me. Radioactive decay. So radioactive decay, case kedua. Saya ajar 3 case je ya. Sebab itu je yang sempat untuk hari ni. And in fact, dalam exam 3 case ni yang paling penting. So you don't have to worry, I cover everything here today. Okay, I have 2 minutes left to explain this. Okay, so now we have radio substances. So now you kena pandai let sendiri sebab dia tak bagi ayat yang cantik. You kena buat ayat sendiri. Let whatever N. Dia pakai huruf N, pakailah huruf N. Ikut je lah sebab senang. Okay, ikut je huruf yang dia bagi, pakai je huruf N. The amount of radioactive substances. The amount ataupun the mass. You boleh pakai ayat you sendiri yang you selesa. The mass of the radioactive substances ataupun the amount of radioactive substances in gram. Okay, because everything here is in grams. Sebab itulah saya tulis in gram. So this first step is very important to call it a name. What is it? What is the name of the huruf N? Okay, kalau you tak namakan dia, you akan blur N ni apa sebenarnya. So instead of you blur pada hujung nanti, better you fahamkan diri you dari sekarang, betul tak? You fahamkan diri you dari sekarang. So you fahamlah N is the amount of the radioactive substances. And the amount radioactive ni kan macam bahaya untuk kesihatan kita, betul tak? It's like what do we call that? Alah, X-ray semua tu kan. It's not good, right? So in this case, yang ni radioactive substances and it will decrease. Sebab apa? Sebab konsep case kedua ni adalah radioactive decay. Radioactive decay maksudnya dia berkurangan. The radioactive is going slowly and therefore kita ada negative sign. Okay, kita ada negative ni. Kita ada negative sign. Tadi ada tak? Population tak ada. Population tak ada negative sign sebab population boleh meningkat. Ya, okay. Pandai-pandai tengok saya punya summary nanti. Hati-hati. Tak semua ada negative sign. Kalau dia kata decreasing, dia kata decay, baru ada negative sign. Okay. So let's go after you have let it. Step kedua. Step kedua adalah write down your differential equation nicely. Write it down nicely. Macam mana nak tulis? This is the rate of change. Sama je kan? Kamu akan perasan setiap soalan mesti akan ada DDT. DDT of what? DDT of huruf yang kamu let tadi. DDT of the mass. You nak guna huruf M pun boleh. Up to you. Saya guna huruf N sebab dia yang kata N gram. Saja je. Ikutlah mana-mana yang selesa. So DDT, the rate of change of your amount of radioactive substances. So sebab itulah kamu tulis DNDT. Faham kan? Boleh faham yang kat sini? This is your differential equation, wajib ditulis ya. Because this is the steps yang bolehkan kamu buat seterus-terusnya. So the second step is very, very important here. Very, very, very important. Okay, ikut dia punya case lah. So the amount of radioactive akan menurun. So dia sentiasa akan ada negative sign. K pun mesti wajib ada. Huruf K sentiasa ada pada semua bentuk soalan. Okay. Dan N ni pula adalah mesti ada juga. And this is the concept that you must hafal lah guys. Okay. Kalau you tak hafal ni, you memang ada problem lah. I'm telling you very, very confidently. Kalau you tak hafal ni, you tak hafal dia punya DE ataupun differential equation, you tak hafal untuk setiap case ni, memang hancur lah. I'm being very honest here. So you better hafal. I'm saying here very, very clearly. You better hafal setiap case. Hafal setiap case. Okay? I'm saying here very, very seriously. Hafal setiap case punya apa? Punya DE. Differential equation dia mesti macam ni. Ikut huruf masing-masing. Okay? Alright. After that, you integrated separable variable. So you will realize that ketiga-tiga yang saya ajar ni semuanya adalah menggunakan separable variable method. Separable method, guna cross multiply and then integrate both side, exponent both side, and you will get general solution. Your general solution is very, very important. See? Dia kata express n terms in term of the t. So everything must be very clear. Setiap soalan sama je bentuk dia. You akan nampak. You buat banyak kali. You akan nampak pattern sama je. So don't give up. Okay? Please don't give up. Just keep on writing it. Okay? Keep on doing it. Until you get the general solution. Okay? Konsep mesti faham. You tak faham, you tak boleh survive SEM 2 ni. Okay? Mesti faham baru boleh buat. Don't give up. Okay? So now, cari dia punya, what is it? Cari dia punya conditions. Extract information. This is step 3. Extract info. Extract information. Step ketiga. Cari the initial time. Okay, dalam soalan ni dia kata, the initial time, initially the amount of substance is 80 gram. So, when T is 0, initial time, the gram, the amount of radioactive is 80 gram. Tapi dia kata after 100 years, setelah 100 tahun, radioaktif berkurang kepada 20 gram. Keluarkan info macam ni, when. Kan senang faham, betul tak? You keluarkan info. Apa yang dia minta? Dia kata, calculate the amount of substances after 120 years. So tulislah T equals to 120 years. What is the amount of the radioactive? See? Dari sini you dah pandai keluarkan info. Tinggal pakai saja. Nak pakai macam mana? Pakailah daripada general solution. So here is your step 4. Step 4 is use the general solution back. Use it to find your value of A. Okay? Use it back. Masukkan T equal to 0. Masukkan your N is equals to 80 gram tadi. Masukkan dia, you will get the value of A. After that, masukkan A ini ke dalam your general solution. And so your general solution is almost becoming particular solution, almost there already. But the thing is you don't have the value of K. Dalam soalan ni dia jahat, dia tak bagi K kamu. Kalau dia tak bagi, kena cari sendiri. Cari macam mana, Miss? Pakailah second condition. The second condition is saying your T is 100 years and the amount of gram of the radioactive is 20 gram. And then you dah ada value of A. You dah cari pun A kamu 80 tadi. Right? So you bolehlah cari K, betul tak? Cara nak cari K kena hati-hati. Akan pakai ln both side. Okay, and then be careful. This is your K eventually. Okay, be careful. You boleh letak dalam bentuk ni ataupun bentuk decimal places. Make sure you got 4 decimal places lah. Buat banyak sikit. Baru bagus. Okay, and then the last step here iaitu step 5. Untuk yang macam ni, untuk soalan ni memang ada step 5 sebab apa ya? Sebab kita memerlukan K, or maybe I should write down here is step 5. Step 5, find K. Step 5 is find the value of K. So you have found your value of K. And then step 6. Step 6, yang ini memang special lah. Soalan ni special sebab kita tak ada value K. So dia agak panjang. And so you ambil daripada general solution tadi. Tuliskan apa yang you ada. You ada value of A. You dah ada value of K. Hati-hati. Dah ada 2 ni settle. Simplify it. Dia akan jadi positive sign. Positive power. Dia dah jadi positive power. And then dia kata apa? Dia minta find the mass, the amount of the radioactive decay setelah 120 tahun. So you have already the particular solution. You have managed to get the solution perfectly, so beautifully. And so you tinggal lah boleh masukkan 120 tahun ini ke dalam you punya PS, ke dalam you punya particular solution. Dapatlah jawapan di mana setelah 120 tahun you punya radioactive decay berkurang sehingga 15 gram. Tinggallah 15 gram sahaja setelah 120 tahun. Pada asalnya dia adalah 80 gram. 80 gram ni banyak, betul tak? So dah 120 tahun, selepas 120 tahun, barulah radioaktif ini berkurang hingga 15.16 gram. Lama tak? Lama kan? 120 tahun tu sangat lama untuk radioaktif itu berkurangan. So it's kind of logic because we know it's not easy to remove. Like kan? Radioaktif ni macam radiation lah. Radiation is not easy to dihilangkan. It's not easy. Therefore, disebabkan dia tak mudah, of course lah dia memerlukan bertahun-tahun punya proses untuk radioaktif itu makin berkurang dan makin berkurang, because it's called radiation. Radiation needs a lot of time to be totally disappeared. Kan? Logik kan di situ? So can you all understand what I'm teaching here today? Boleh faham ke semua orang? Boleh follow ke? Kalau boleh, tulis perkataan boleh sebesar-besarnya. Boleh, Miss. Can you understand so far? Boleh ke follow, Miss? Kalau boleh, say boleh sebesar-besarnya. I need a little bit responses from you guys. Okay, daripada situ saya boleh stop lah. Okay. Kamu puas ke apa saya ajar hari ini? Do you feel puas dengan kefahaman ini? Do you feel puas? Say puas. Okay, alright. Thank you so much everybody. Thank you so much for being very setia dengan saya 2 semester. 2 jam lah sebenarnya saya nak cakap. Okay, I'll see you guys next week, insyaAllah. Tak apa River, take your time. Tengok solution saya pelan-pelan. Okay, I'll give you the PDF later. And have a good rest everybody. Kejap lagi you all ada kelas kan. So, thank you so much. Boleh 2.1, 2.2, separuh 2.3. Puas sangat-sangat. Alhamdulillah, syukur. Dia kena buat banyak latihan. Baru sangat puas, faham? So, untuk merasakan puas kepada sesiapa yang belum rasa puas, sabar. Saya doakan kamu terus bersabar. Be patient, pelan-pelan. Jangan ikut kawan. Fahamkan pelan-pelan sendiri. Senyap-senyap fahamkan. Fahamkan sendiri pelan-pelan. Cari masa yang sesuai. Pukul 3 pagi, pukul 4 pagi. Semua orang tengah tidur. You know. Cari masa yang sesuai. Fahamkan 2.3 ini. Hadamkan perlahan-perlahan. Okay. After you dah hadam, confirm you puas. Saya beri jaminan 100%. Confirm you dah faham, you akan puas dengan kefahaman ini. Okay, so see you guys next week in face-to-face. No, next 2 weeks. Another next week. I'll see you guys after CNY. Happy Chinese New Year to those who celebrated it. Okay, like Yap, the ones that I know, Yap and Lim lah, the closest. Happy Chinese New Year to all of us. Anyway, we are Malaysian anyway. We celebrate it all. We celebrate all. Thank you everyone. Assalamualaikum. Bye. Bye-bye everyone. Wish you all the best. Amin. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum. No worries. You are most welcome, my friends. Alicia, Rochelle, Sumaya, Unida, Akila, Intan, and all of you. Evelyn, Nazatul, all of you. Okay. Assalamualaikum. Bye.